seasoned speaker talk to us today, May McDaniel. And May is going to give a speech based on reviewing basic research, present a well-organized and well-researched speech for us to learn from. So, her title is How Old Are You? You are not too old, and it's never too late. And it's never too late to be a Toastmasters, to hear a seasoned speaker. I'm going to turn it back over to you, Rob.
Thank you, Robbie.
All right.
I met May at our Christmas party and was fascinated to just talk to May because she's such a fascinating, very interesting person. And one of the things that kind of ties with our theme today is May is really good at walking or hiking, which is a little more strenuous than walking. But you hiked the entire Appalachian Trail at what age?
71.
71, amazing, wonderful accomplishment. Now, so ladies and gentlemen, please welcome May. May has spent her career advocating for the importance of learning and growth at any age. Today she's going to be delivering a thought-provoking speech on the topic of age and the belief that it is never too late to make a change. Please join me in giving May a warm round of applause as she takes the stage to share her insights. How old are you?
Yes, I'm an aging expert. I've been doing it now for a number of years. How old are you? How old are you? Are you too old for toys? And are you too young for boys or girls, as the case may be? Are you too old for mom's home remedies, but you're way too young for Medicare? Are you too old for a tricycle, but maybe you're too young for a Ferrari? Are you too old for Boy Scout or Girl Scout camp, but are you too young for Paris? Are you too old or too young for someday? Are you too this or all that and a bag of chips? Aging is universal. Wherever we are, whatever you're doing, we are all aging. Every one of us is older today than we were yesterday, and we are not as old today as we will be tomorrow. But what does that mean? And what are those numbers? And I love this word for the day, because I said we mark that passage, but that peregrination, if I can get it out of my mouth, peregrination of time, with the number of times we have circled the sun on this planet. And how is this relevant to the life that we live? I suggest that it is only as relevant as I think it is, or you think it is. Take Phil Mickelson for an example. Phil Mickelson is a very famous, very rich golfer. And Phil Mickelson had spent a number of years overeating, over-drinking, under-exercising. And he made a decision that that was not where he wanted to be. And if you read about his journey, oh my gosh, he just did everything, just made drastic changes in his life. And at the age of 50, Phil Mickelson became the oldest golfer to ever win the PGA Championship. How was he able to do that? The fact that he was able to come back from all of that says a lot about who he was. And it's easy to think, because we're getting older, that we can't make changes or we can't in our lifestyle or where we're going. Phil Mickelson says otherwise. There's another very well-known example, and that's Tom Brady. Even if you don't follow football, you probably have heard of Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the oldest quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. Tom Brady is 45. Do you think 45 is old? Do you think 50 is old? Do you think 19 is old? That's the average age of retirement of gymnasts, 19. Do you see a number standing in your way to your best and most fulfilling life? The most difficult words that I ever got out of my mouth was, I'm 70 years old. How did that happen? Not to me. I'm a baby boomer. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. We didn't give us a chance, and we didn't trust anybody over 30.
That's right.
How could this have happened to me? But you know, I did pull the covers over my head, and I stayed in bed for 2 days until I couldn't stand myself anymore. And I got up, took a shower, and said, so what are you going to do next? Well, I alluded to it that I decided to do a walk, a very long walk, but that's not what this is about. This is about why. You know, I got those words 70 out of my mouth, and because of that, I got out of bed that cold January day. And I got out of bed a very cold January day just a week ago. And if I hadn't, I would have missed the most spectacular sunrise that I have ever seen over my farm. And God said, I'm really glad you're here, because that day was a miserable, rainy, ugly day, except for those moments, very brief, that my woods was afire and the sky was golden. There are some unexpected perks to getting older as well. Bill, how old are you?
I'm 82.
82. I'm 77. I think that we are probably the only two people in the world, not in the world, not hardly, in this room who don't have to take off our shoes when we get on an airplane.
Very true.
Thought the gate agent was just being nice to me. Nope, it was because I was old. There aren't very many old ladies who can hijack an airplanes recently. But my destination is 100. I expect to live to 100, and I expect to live every single day of it. The number of years of our life is not relevant to the life that we live. I'm not too old. You're not too old. And it's never too late.
Well, it's quite true that, as they say, wisdom does come with age. So thank you for those very wise words. Very good. All right. Yeah, can you give us a report on May's time first, Lisa?
Oh, sure. May came in just a little bit over at 7 minutes and 43 seconds.
Good deal. All right, and then if you'll put a minute on the timer for us to do our evaluation. All right, well, while you guys are working on your evaluations, a few more